Alright, today I want to do an informational video, and I feel like 2026 I want to only put up videos that have a purpose. None of these kind of eating sandwich videos or little crazy YouTube shorts that mean anything, so I'm just going to try to do anything that I can help out with people. Now, I did do a test here because I've never done this before. I wanted to see how quick COMC got here from eBay, and it got here very quickly here, so very happy about that one there. That got as quickly as some of the other things that have been wasting away time on eBay, so I've got a bunch of stuff that, was ordered somewhere between December and January 2nd or whatever that should be here who knows when. So whatever that's going to happen, but I bought one card here. It came in a top loader, an Ultra Pro Saver here, and had a message that said rushed on it. And this is not a special card, it's not a valuable card, it's not anything card here. I just bumped the screen there. This says COMC Standard Envelope Rushed. And so this one here is one card. It's a Topps Now. I could not find anybody else that had this other than COMC proper, or eBay or whatever, And this is Maria Mendez, and it was, I know it was like the EWPL or EW something, I don't know, European Women's Professional League or something to that effect there. And this is a rookie scores first European goals. I think this is from 2024, 13/11/24. So I just wanted one of these from the Topps Now set. It was $1.20 something plus $3 or $4 for shipping, and I guess what I could have done was got the number to 99 green parallel. It would have added $1 to the shipping, and it still would have been $1 cheaper than COMC on their website shipping. So there is a Topps Now logo in the corner there. So people said that they do ship quickly, but then you get bozos say, oh no they didn't. So who knows. Some people just like to give them more hate than they really deserve, but whatever. So that's just a basic, card there. I don't understand the format with these particular cards, the number to 99. So if there's only 700 in some of those, do those 99 fit into this particular category, or do they add to the total there? So I don't really know. Kind of mixed numbers there. So that one came in, and that was one of the latter things, but in the mid things that I ordered, and it got here before a lot of other stuff. So that was interesting. Then I wanted to go through some autograph request information here, and I'm going through here. I'm going through lots of cards here, and finally I have a couple of minutes. I say a couple minutes, but I just decided I have plenty of time, but I wanted to take some time to get some of this stuff, and it's only like a fraction of a percent, and I'm looking things up here. I know somebody had noted that Charlie Huff was charging, but there's still, whether he does or not, I don't know, but I think he doesn't. People are still getting him for free, but a couple people gave him $5 maybe and thought he was charging. I don't know. But this is one I forgot to send because he doesn't have a lot of Marlins cards there. So I'll get that one out to him. I sent to him last year or the year before. I just haven't gotten around to do the second round of people that I've already sent out before. And then Al Secord or Secord, I wanted to get him out. This is a card that's been sitting out for a long time because that's one of the last ones. He's got one or two in this particular set, and that was the only set I was really building. But I was always finding cards outside of this set for the price I wanted, or I already had them. So unfortunately, this one did not get mailed out. He probably more than likely happy to sign that one there. And then we have Derek Lilliquist, I think is kind of a fail. I didn't look that one up again, but I wanted this managerial card, Comfort Hotels or whatever is the advertisement in the corner there. But the Palm Beach Cardinals, Derek Lilliquist, I don't think he will be signing that one there. I looked up Dave LaPointe, and he's a good signer, but I want to say that he's $3 per, and now he has a new address where he just moved. So a lot of people are getting RTS from Dave LaPointe. I think that's what that one was. This is all according to Sports Card Forum. And then I thought Tim Lawler would be a good signer, but I think he is 37% and doesn't sign very much. 30% is not very good if you look at all the stats. And then we got a few other ones here I wanted to go through if I remember all these. Tim Mauser says 100%. But the thing is that there was some maybe from 2022, and then people are just now starting to try to maybe write him again. So I don't really know on that one there. And I have not seen any recent successes, but they were just marked as 100% because pendings don't count as fails. So that's that one. People are just always hoping that they will come back, and maybe they just never add it to their pending. BJ Surhoff, I think, was some sort of donation, like 20 odd bucks or something, and I'm not 100% sure. He was like 87% maybe. I can't remember that one there. Pat Mears, looks like somebody in the forum said a waste of stamps, but at least they don't have to deal with the Mears cards anymore. So he wasted his time and effort, got nothing or a return to sender. Actually, no, he didn't get a return to sender. I thought Mike Jeffcoat would be a good signer, but he does not sign from what I understand. These are just the first cards I looked up, just the very first ones. Many of these junky cards are going to go. Juan Berenguer, I believe he signs for $5 a pop. He was just a longevity pitcher because if you look at his stats here, it starts him off at Wausau in 75 and then 88. So that's something like almost, I don't know when he retired, but he was originally from Panama, and he was living in Michigan at the time. But yeah, Wausau, Lynchburg, Jackson, and Tidewater, and then he played for the Mets, then went back down to Tacoma, then Mets, back to Tidewater, Mets, Royals, Blue Jays, back to Evansville, Tigers, Giants, Twins, and so on and so forth. Can't remember if he's got one or two more cards out of that, but he's just like a longevity pitcher there. So that's why he, is probably charging $5 for that one. These were just cards that I got in some sort of lot, and what I wanted to do was go through these and then replace the cards in my set. So, I'm not going to take the cards out of the set and send them away and lose them, which I've done many times. So that just kind of, gets you a start there. And I've got all of these crazy stamps that I'm still working on. I've been trying to wipe out the Christmas ones for letters that still need to go out. I mean, not letters, but other business that goes out. More essentially friend or family mail, and I'll put those on there. But I got like the flowers and the planes too close to the Capitol and stuff like that. That's kind of creepy there. But and then I'll add zip to your mail. So, oh man, I'm going to add nothing to my mail. Oh, zip code. Always use zip code. Yeah, so, even then, back in the 90s or early 2000s, somewhere in that time frame, people were still like, do I need to use zip code? Or like, it's been since the 70s or the 60s that they told you to use zip code. So, I had like a little acid reflux type of moment there. It's not fun, but what can you do? And again, I'm trying to get through all these insane, some of these are my keep postcards, the antique ones there. But a lot of these are just, use sort of thing. I forgot to check and see if this guy signed here. Who is this? Roy White? I don't remember if Roy White is still alive or still signs there, but that was gifted to me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. Give that to a Yankee collector that probably likes that. But these are just all ones that I just use. Well, the Jurassic Park one I might keep there. That's kind of fun. But I use most all of these for my projects there, and I will get those used up at some point or another there. And again, that gets stuff out of the landfill, what have you. There's a Depot Bay postcard, but that requires a large envelope. So I usually give those to people that have some sort of connection. And then I had another card here I wanted to share with you. It's on the table here, and this is old Steve Decker. And you guys have gotten him back before, but I haven't. And if you don't know, Steve Decker does not sign for people in the Salem or Oregon area, something like that. He just says, guess what? You're not getting my autograph, and nothing comes back. No RTS is nothing. I could basically walk up to his house and knock on the door. Mr. Decker, would you please sign my card? And then I'd probably get busted. Don't do that. Do not do that. I guess the thing that you need to do for Mr. Decker, do a test. If you live anywhere near Steve Decker, do a test. So maybe what I'll do is I'll write to Mr. Decker, and then I will just use my brother's address or something like that. I'm not going to, but somebody else's address that I know of, and say, hey, would you sign my card, blah, 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 and all this fun stuff there. That's a good possibility. Put a big old honkin' Florida sticker or something, or Minnesota or California or any state you're thinking of. Kansas. Just throw a big old honkin' Kansas label on there. I'm from Kansas. I don't know nothing, but I know you was my favorite player back in the 1990s. I collected Don Russ back in 91, and I done had your rookie card. Oh, that's dumb. So I was just getting kind of a little ridiculous there. Like I said, I got some throat issues right now. They're not very fun, but we'll get through those. Finish off here. Anything else before I want to finish up here? Like I said, mail is just going to be dreadfully slow, and it's just going to be, but I do have another iron in the fire here. I'm going to try to see how many of these Elroy faces I can get mailed out soon, because I do know that this is very time concerning here, and I got to go through this entire desk. I swear I had 4 or 5 of them. I swear I keep finding Elroy faces that I need to have signed. I think I only have like maybe 1 or 2 done, and that's it. You know, and I want to say $5 per for Mr. Face. I don't know how many he will sign, but I want to get that done so that I don't have to, you know, oh my gosh, you know, and then find out he's 20 bucks on eBay. We'll do a little quick check and see if there's any cards out there with his name on it that might save me, you know, because I don't necessarily want to basically bother Mr. Face with too many cards. So if I can basically do it 50-50, find somebody who's got a fair price on one of them, and buy that one, and then just do a smaller lot to Mr. Face, we shall see. And that's pretty much what I have for today. Like I said, the one piece of mail came in, and just absolutely raining buckets at several times here. I'm just a little on the, I hope, and I'm not getting sick. Everybody's getting sick around me, so I have to be very, very careful. So that is all I have for today, but just wanted to get some stuff out there, and thank you for watching.